evening if you're watching this in the evening. I am Lisi, aka the Brooklyn Book Whale, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. Oh my goodness, it is day 3 of Black Booktube is reading, and I just wanted to take this video to kind of like yap just a little, and I want to do it in a more like laid back way. As you can see, it is still morning for me, and I'm cool with that. Like, I'm so cool with it, just like being myself. And so this is how I wanted to yap. Don't mind anything that's thrown on this couch, because again, we don't set up for YouTube, we just are, you know. Yeah, so how was everybody? I don't know, y'all. I had a draining day yesterday. Not draining, that's not a good word. I went to chapter meeting, and it's like far away from my house, and I was there all day, and then I went to eat after. I'm just tired. I don't know, I'm just tired. I didn't read anything yesterday. I'm like, but I come with a topic that I have been thinking about, especially with, you know, the last few years, my reading patterns have really shifted. And so I always was like a self-proclaimed mood reader. Shout out to all my mood readers. And funny enough, I don't really think I'm a mood reader. Like, I think, okay. First, I have a little situation, a little prompt here, but I think when I say mood reading, it's whatever I'm genuinely interested in the moment has my attention. And I also think that my mood can sometimes be what my reading practice is, right? And it can shift, it shifts. So sometimes I'm like, oh my goodness, I want to read 10 books and I'm going to knock them out in 1 week. And then sometimes I'm like, actually, I don't want to read anything because I maxed out my brain capacity last week, knocking out 10 books. And now I need a break, right? And so I don't necessarily think that that's a slump. I think that that is just kind of like my energy and my mind kind of forcing me to reset. Like, I don't have the want to read something sometimes. And that's because I've overdone it, you know, the week before or the 2 weeks before. And so I'm asking myself this because I'm in the middle of a 52-week or a 52-book reading challenge, the Step Your Reading Challenge up that I created with Curls in the Hood editor-in-chief CEO Sheree over at Curls in the Hood. And writing that challenge was a challenge because I told myself that I wanted to read more diversely in genre, in authors, in the countries that the books are from. Like, you know, I just knew that I wasn't being expansive enough, and I wanted to challenge myself to do something different. But now we're in June and I've really only read 11 of the prompts. And so I'm like, what's the problem? And so it caused me to kind of question mood reading versus TBRs versus my own reading practice, and ask of myself, like, what are we really doing? And I'm okay with that, right? I think as an adult learner and as an adult educator, it is important to know when to question why we're doing something and reflect on it and investigate it. And so this is not me wanting to investigate anyone else's reading practice. This is just in hopes that maybe you'll hear my yip and my yap and be like, oh, maybe I should investigate why I do this as well. And so I think that what I've come to is mood reading, my TBRs have become very performative, and it's okay to just be like, I ain't got it. I am a chronically online millennial. Like, I have been on every social media app since I was probably like 13, 14. Yeah, because I had like a MySpace. So MySpace, Bebo, Black Planet, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, TikTok, like YouTube, all the things now, right? And I never thought that chronically online behavior would seep into my reading practice, like something that I've had since I was a little girl. And I just want y'all to know I hate TBRs. I hate them. I hate them. I hate the thought of them. I don't read well whenever I have them. I feel really forced into you have to read this book because you have to hit this number, and what if you tell people on the internet that you're gonna read these books and you don't? Like I was having such anxiety. You know what? Honestly, I'm having a revelation right now. This is why I haven't been posting. I was doing it too much for the internet and not for myself. And I'm a reading ass bitch. Like, I like to read some shit. And clearly, you know, we all get swayed or influenced, right? And so I think I'm happy that I've kind of taken these 2 years off because it has made reading so much more fun. I nixed having a numerical reading goal. Shout out to y'all who do it. I personally do not care what other people do. And so this will never be a space where I'm like, you should not do this and I said that. I don't give a fuck. I think everyone should do what they want to do, especially when it comes to something that you love, right? And when I found myself becoming performative, that's when I had to wrap it up. No ma'am, Pam. So instead of creating like actual TBRs, what I started to do was be like, self-check. Where are you right now? What is something that you're super interested in? Are you interested in a feminist work? Do you want a spiritual work? Do you want something of romance? Do you want some fantasy? Like, what kind of story are you, like, is your spirit or your soul telling you that you need right now? And what are you even interested in? And then I'll pull a few books from here and there, because another thing is too many options for my little brain. No, decision fatigue. I can't pick. I don't want to pick. You know what I'm saying? So because I have books everywhere all the time, right? It was getting to be too much. So I will purposefully pull like 5 or 6 books and I will just sit them like on my kitchen island so that they are prominently placed. And so that if I have the wild hair to pick up a book, I'm like, oh, you wanted to read this. You picked this one for a reason. And those books get changed out every couple weeks. You know what I mean? Because maybe the one that I'm looking for isn't right there right now. So yeah, so that's something I'm reflecting on. And does complete freedom make choosing books harder? Kind of. So while I'm out here saying I hate a TBR, right? I also feel like I need a little guidance, hence why I landed on pulling a few books, making a smaller stack so that like I'm not walking through my entire library all the time to try to find something. Because I feel like I have a funny TikTok up where I'm literally just standing in front of my library wall because I'm like, girl, you want to read something, you don't know what you want to read. This is a lot. So yeah, I think that having like a lot of unread books can feel very exciting, but for me, it really makes choosing so much harder, just so much harder. And so I'm just trying to like navigate how to have a 52 book challenge where I'm supposed to read, you know, these very specific prompts. And I will say, I will say this in the defense of the prompts. I'm reading them. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're interesting. They're actually really freaking interesting. And the books that I have read that have, you know, satisfied the prompts were awesome books. They were great. But I know that if I'm going to do the hardest reading challenge ever, which I am with my homegirl Shelby, there's going to have to be some sort of solution for this paradigm, or not this paradigm, but this kind of like, I don't know, this approach to how I'm trying to read. I don't know, y'all. Because I'm having to sit and choose which books for the hardest reading challenge, but I'm like, girl, you in the middle of another reading challenge. And you know, in my brain, I'm like, I could do hard things, but how am I going to allow myself enough leeway, right, to still just choose whatever books I want, but also because I love to just organically find a book. Yeah. So that's my little conundrum this morning. I don't know. What about you guys? What about y'all? Like, do you feel liberated when you remove like structure from how you choose your books, or do you feel directionless? Because I don't necessarily think I feel directionless, but I don't know. Can you still be a mood reader and have goals? Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh my God. I think that's the question. Like, am I really a mood reader if I want to have some goals for myself? Like, not a numerical goal, but Herkit is very specific, and this 52 book challenge is very specific, right? And some of the prompts, I'm like, you can knock this out. You just are acting like you don't want to. I love to act like I don't have an assignment due until the very last minute. So you'll probably see a video from me in December like, oh, I have 2 weeks to finish 30 books. Read with me. I do this all the time. I do it all the time. All the time. I don't know. I really thought I was a mood reader because, you know, I was out here trying to like resist rigid reading plans, but I actually do not need unlimited freedom. I don't do good when I have unlimited freedom, but I also don't do good when it's so structured and so like rigid that I have to do something. So there has to be like a balance in between. And I think that's the reflection. It's like, I think you can be a little bit of both. I think you could be a moody reader who kind of, you know, ebbs and flows with your vibe. But I also think having this structure in the back of your mind, i.e. the 52 book challenge or Herkit, is something that kind of like organizes the chaos a little bit. I think that's it. I think I want organized chaos. Organized chaos. Yeah. I won't be doing TBRs anymore because I feel performative when I do them. You would probably get like, hey, these books caught my attention. I don't know when I'll read them, but I just want to share that they caught my attention, you know, type things. Not so much of, here's my TBR. You know, I'm not doing that. I don't know. This is a very different video for me. I don't know. I'm trying this energy out, but I don't know. I want to leave you guys with some questions, right? Because I also want this to be a conversation and I want us to be able to engage back and forth. But like, what do you read most when you have a plan or when you have complete freedom? So that's question number 1. Question number 2, have you hidden behind the label of mood reader when the real question is, was it burnout or being overwhelmed? Because I've experienced both. And what's one reading habit that you abandoned that you would go back to because it actually helped you? I think that's big. Ooh, and then I have one more. Sorry. Do you think reading should be spontaneous, intentional, or some wild combination of both? Yeah. And I'll probably journal about these things, right? Like, because adult learning, I'm gonna get on y'all nerves, but adult learning is all about critical reflection. And so this was kind of my attempt at building into my platform a reflection for myself, but also a question of my community here, right? Because I have to question and interrogate the things that I've been doing in the bookish space to try to figure out why I left and why I wanted to come back, and if this is still the place for me. And so I hope that, you know, you're with me on this journey and we can have these conversations and these questions. And they won't be all the time, but maybe, you know, whenever a thought is sparked. But I hope you enjoy your morning and your coffee, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next video. Till next time. Bye.